What's going on? What's good? What's good, Chaplin Chillers? What's up to this live edition of What's Good in the Hood? What's popping?
Well, I want to say happy
Thank Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday for
Cyber
those
Monday.
deal seekers out there. Apparently, a Cyber Monday is where you can get all your electronics on a discount.
Is it?
I'm not too sure after what we're gonna share with you.
Yes.
So there's a video that's going viral. We're gonna just share it in a moment, where it shows what we've been saying. If you listen to our Friday video,
the last live video, last
last
Wednesday.
live video, where we were giving you guys a heads up to be careful of what's gonna be out there on Black Friday. We were right. It's as if we were like prophets.
Yes, yes.
Because we have not entertained this Black Friday. Because I'm one person who usually like gets certain things on Black Friday, but this Black Friday I was like, whatever, I'll get them whenever I need them. Because sometimes we just buy things just because everybody's buying. We don't really need it, right? And so let's just play this video and see what we are talking about. That, oh my God, they are playing you.
Yes.
They are playing you.
So we're saying deal or no deal. So let's play the clip.
What do you mean deal or no deal?
Let's play the clip.
Oh, it's the same. Okay, what about this one?
Go.
Oh,
Same price.
it's the same.
Black Friday deal?
I don't get it.
That's a deal?
It's not.
Okay, this one?
But you know,
Bro, that's not a deal.
I don't get it. I'm confused.
we've been played. We've been played.
Yeah,
That's what it is. We've been played. And so, if you have experienced this, please do
share with us
in the comment section, because you know we think the same thing is going to happen even today. You know,
Cyber
Cyber
Monday.
Monday. People just be aware. One thing that I've noticed though, and just hearing through, the news outlets, is that this Black Friday has been one of the lowest in terms of sales, because people are like, whatever, we're not playing that game anymore. People are not going into stores and pushing each other over nonsense. But what people have done instead is shop online.
Yes.
They have been doing online shopping, and apparently that has gone up like 7.5% online. But they haven't been going out in the cold and fighting over so-called discounts, because they're not really discounts. Majority of them are not. Probably one or two things that make people to come into the store, but majority of the time, child, we are being played. So hopefully you're careful out there. We know you want some discounts for Christmas. Some people use this day to do their Christmas shopping, but just be wise, because the cost of living has risen and everything is super expensive. So
Yeah. So, and like I said, because I knew it like a couple of years ago.
you're a prophet.
Yeah, I'm saying, but we discussed it on the last live, because I never experienced the Black Friday, but one time, but I always wanted to experience it to see what it was, how it was, and the atmosphere. So I always wanted to experience it, and when I did experience it, and I noticed the prices, and then I noticed what they were selling.
Did you do what the lady was doing?
Huh?
Did you do what the
No,
lady
I didn't do what the lady was doing. But I went into Walmart. I went into Walmart, and I was looking around, looking at the prices, looking at the items that they were selling, and I noticed it wasn't really items that I would want, that I would really purchase. It's items that's of brands that I don't really use.
What do you mean? You mean the TVs and
The
stuff?
TVs, yes, and the electronics, or it was normally things that I don't really use or I would not really purchase. So, and then another thing too, the thing that they say with Black Friday deals, you know, when it wasn't Black Friday, and I went to Walmart maybe 2 months later, I see the same brand for the same price that was on Black Friday. So I'm like, hold on, is it?
They know that people are not paying attention, so that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. People wasn't paying attention, So that's why they're like, you know what, we could have the same price on Black Friday and then have the same price 2 weeks later for the same brand. But now, like I said, consumers it's starting to get smarter and smarter because of because of social media, because of YouTube, because of
And these
podcasts like Chilling with the
viral videos that
viral
are going
videos
around.
that's showing these brands that's doing that. And so now, and because here's the thing, and so consumers are getting smarter. Another thing too, we saying even with businesses, if you're gonna have a Black Friday deal, be authentic, be genuine, have some urgency. If you're gonna have a Black Friday deal, then that Black Friday deal should only be on Black Friday. You know, they should have to get it maybe 2 weeks later. What you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think we're losing what Black Friday, these well, Black Friday sales is about.
Yeah,
It's slashing prices, not just 50%, 60%,
yeah.
but getting it them at like 80%,
Hmm.
off or 70% off, and it's apparently not happening anymore. And you understand also why these stores are also going through it.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
COVID, everybody's going through it. So they're
But
trying to save a buck, but they playing us psychologically. So be truthful. I mean, people are going to look at Target differently now, especially with this video that's gone viral,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because they're going to know that Target, when they say it's a sale, it's not really a sale. And this goes for other stores as well, because I know that it's not only Target. Target was caught on tape, but I'm sure Walmart is and all these other stores are also to blame, because, like you said, Black Friday is no longer on Black Friday. Like,
It could be
you
any
you
day.
can get sales now today that will they will tell you it's an extended Black Friday,
Hmm.
whatever, you know, and you could, and then you can get the same sales with the Christmas coming up,
Yeah, yeah.
the holiday season. So let's just be smart. Let's spend what we have and stop spending what we don't
What
have.
we don't have.
That's it.
That's a good tip. That is a good tip. But here's the thing though. We went to Walmart before COVID.
Hmm.
When I seen it, when I seen the price, it was before COVID when we went to Black Friday, and then I seen the price 2 months later. So that wasn't even during COVID when I noticed the pricing of when I noticed the price of slashing, well, so called price of slashing, and then it's the same price 2 months later. But the thing is too, that because it's Black Friday, that don't mean you have to
We
do a
have to
sale.
spend.
Yeah, or you have to do a deal on Black Friday. You don't have to do a deal. You can just sell the regular prices. Like that's why I like Apple brand. Apple brand, do they really go on
I
sales?
don't know. I have no idea.
Me neither. I'm just saying. I think Apple product they really. I don't think they really have sales. I don't know if you could get a Apple
Because they
product.
know their clientele, they know that people will buy regardless.
Yeah, like good quality. You don't really see them go on sale like that. They don't like a watch.
Your Sony's, your good brands.
The Rolex, the Rolex don't have a sell. So, that because you have a product, that don't mean you have to have a
You have to,
sell and still make
so
money,
right.
So, this is the thing. But if you're gonna have a sell, make sure you be authentic. Make sure you have that urgency where if you're gonna have a sell, they like "Oh, I gotta get it on this day because if I don't get it on this day, then I don't know if I'm gonna get that same sell. When certain like when an Apple probably going to sell, people gonna know. Oh, you know what? That's a true sell. I gotta get it because I don't know when Apple gonna do another sell because you don't really see Apple have sales like that. So okay, I gotta get a sell because if I don't get this today, then I might don't get it maybe a year next year. That's when the sell probably come back a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now because good products really don't do sales like that. So a lot of times you want to have urgency, and a lot of times it's about being authentic and and if you're gonna have a sale, give it, but don't do it like don't have it like this gimmick. Don't make it a gimmick when you have a sale because you're gonna get caught out like Target. Like Walmart, you're gonna get caught out there because people are noticing, people are being more aware of their
Being more
shopping buying
careful.
habits, especially when we in inflation. Especially because when we don't have as much, people are more cost effective, and they, and they're like, you know what, I got really looking for a deal, and people that really like shop at these places on a daily basis, they can tell. And like I said, do I really want to go out there and go with that hassle and that long line and get the same product
Well,
2
there's no
months?
more long lines. Let's move on. We've put the point across.
Yeah.
All right. So next we're going to talk about
Microsoft and ChatGPT. You know what's, with them adding ChatGPT, Microsoft adding ChatGPT. Well, they call it
well,
GPT.
Microsoft is one of the initial investors, big
No,
investors. Yes.
but they implemented ChatGPT in the
We're
Microsoft suite.
starting backwards.
Okay.
They're one of the initial investors for ChatGPT,
Okay.
and because they also wanted to use ChatGPT for
Yes.
themselves.
For themselves.
And with the CEO situation, because they've invested over $1 billion already,
Mm-hmm.
and they plan to invest more because they want to collaborate.
Use that language model.
Yeah. So they have a lot invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening now is that there's talks that they're going to be collaborating the two. They're going to be using ChatGPT on some of their, if not all of their Microsoft applications.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this mean for the users like us?
What does mean? Well, this mean that when we use a Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, that means it's our presentation gonna be a whole lot better. Our screen, we're gonna be able to streamline our communication more efficiently. That means we're gonna be able to make better presentations.
That's what they say, but how true is that? Because this thing is still in beta mode,
Mm-hmm.
so they're still trying it out, and we know that even now the ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, has a few mistakes.
Yes.
So people not taking, they're not really looking at the mistakes. They're just taking what it says because they feel like it's a computer. It knows what it's doing. It's AI because everybody's talking AI. But how how much trust can we put in these AIs?
And this is the problem too with, because if people taking a face value and not going the extra step and going over their work. It's just like when you writing something or you're doing something, you always got to proofread it to go over the work. And even with ChatGPT, it tells you to go over your work. It tells you in the fine print on the bottom of ChatGPT,
Who
because
reads fine print? Come on, ChatGPT.
because some information could be inaccurate. It does say that. It said that some information.
I've never seen that, and I'm sure majority of people have not seen that. Because
It says it. It says it. It says
But
it.
then the point is, yes, they also, like, because I read an article about this. They also saying that, like, because people are talking to say they're debating that. So if humans are still going to go back and go through the information that they've done and read through it, then what's the point? Is it really bringing any effectiveness or efficientness in this whole process? Yes, they're going to be writing. The bots are going to be writing, and but the thing is, the bots are writing to other bots. That's what's going to end up happening.
That's what happened.
Bot to bot. So when does the human come in now? In the midst of this bot to bot conversation that's happening. So it's gonna be a lot of changes, but we're still gonna be needing humans, thank God.
Yes. Here's the thing, though. The thing is, you have to implement the data. The bot is just making it better for you. It's writing the information that
So
you.
less error. So Grammarly might just lose their gig.
Yes. I don't think Grammarly going to lose their gear, because I like Grammarly, because Grammarly, you want to use Grammarly because you want to check for plagiarism. Grammarly is so that's.
Don't you think they're gonna add that feature as well? They're gonna add that feature.
Well, in that time, right now, you need Grammarly because you want to check for plagiarism. So if you use, and this is another hack. If you're using ChatGPT, another hack is to have Grammarly, so that when you're using ChatGPT, you could put it into Grammarly and check and see if there's any plagiarism. And so Grammarly will tell you if there's any plagiarism. Grammarly will tell you which paragraph has some some signs of plagiarism, and that way, if it's any plagiarism, right, you could take that you could take that paragraph and put it back into ChatGPT and to reconstruct it, to rewrite it, so that where it's less plagiarized, write it where it's not plagiarized, where you don't take it from an article. And so that's how you can play that game, and you're just going back and forth to make sure that you don't have no plagiarism. So you're playing that game back and forth, and you read it.
I mean, looking at it in that way, it's gonna make life easier with writing dissertations.
Yes, yes, yes.
And people going to college who are writing, what are they doing again?
Papers, thesis,
yeah, dissertation,
thesis,
papers and stuff like that, essays for high school students.
Yes.
So it's gonna make people think less.
Yeah, because even in Microsoft Word, you're gonna be able to implement the GPT 4 into Microsoft Word, so you're gonna be able to put in prompts into Microsoft Word, into PowerPoint, so that if you want an image or whatever, it will give you an image into your presentations. But here's the thing, I mean, those for the lazy people. The lazy people, they're gonna be they. But here's the thing, we you don't want to get to that point because you want to read, because you want to do the work as well, because you don't want to be ignorant and allowed to do all the work for it because you're not learning anything. So this is why you want to still, when you have a research paper, you still want to read the article that you're reading so that you know it's accurate. You just don't want to depend that, and this is why they always say don't depend on the model because it's not accurate. So you still
especially not because we're still going to they kind of testing it on us. So it's at a beta stage, so it's just still starting off. So let's be gracious into it because it's gonna come up with a lot of errors.
Yeah, but even like with ChatGPT 3.5 is less, but ChatGPT 4 with Turbo is more advanced. It's more advanced. So if you got ChatGPT 4, it's more advanced with the data sets. It's more advanced in analyzing the data and giving you a better, more accurate paper. But again, certain things, because again, uh, here's the thing with ChatGPT 4. It's still not current data. It goes up to September 2023. So anything after September,
Even fall.
yeah, yeah, September 2023. So it's not current. So anything past September 2020, like after, so it's not accurate. So it's still lag that current. It's only
But
searching.
they're doing good. They bring it closer and closer.
Yeah, they are bringing it closer and closer. Yeah.
3.5 came out, the free version. It was like 2 years back.
Yeah.
So now it is just a couple of months backwards.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's good. All right, let's move on to our next one.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, though, like we're always saying with ChatGPT and ChatGPT, we saying use it, but don't abuse it. That's what we say. Use it, but don't abuse it. Because it's up to us to use it wisely so that we're able to get the right input, and so that use it but don't abuse it. Still do the work. Still take advantage of it because it does makes our work easier. But yeah, now to the next segment.
Gotta repeat the same points over and over.
Yes, I'm sorry. Me.
All right, next point. What else are we talking about?
Now we want to talk about Sam Altman versus OpenAI Saga.
Do you have a picture of Sam?
Yes.
So people know who Sam means. Sam is the current CEO of ChatGPT because we're talking ChatGPT because that's what's in people's mouths nowadays. ChatGPT, and so he is one of the co-founders
of OpenAI.
Of OpenAI.
OpenAI, not ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just an English model.
Okay.
That they use. But OpenAI is the company, and so he's one of the co-founders. And here's the thing: He's similar to Steve Jobs, who founded a company, who got fired, and they got rehired. And so now the
But
wins.
I think with Steve Jobs was a different situation. With him,
Uh huh.
now the employees were wanting to, to also walk out if he wasn't
Yes.
rehired. So
Yes.
he's one of those CEOs that are loved by his
His
employees.
employees. Yeah. So and that's the thing. And let us know that now the wins and losers again. The winners is Sam Altman and Microsoft, and this is why it go back to business. This is why we encourage people to take business classes, because they did, the developers, the ones that fired Sam Altman, made a dramatic decision without consulting their stakeholders. Their stakeholders, the people
And
that,
that's why it backfired.
and that's why backfire. The people that can affect your business, your bottom line. Anybody that have a stake in your company, you just can't make a decision without without initiating or talking to your stakeholders and being open what's going on. And so because Microsoft was invested in OpenAI, they wasn't going to allow that to happen, because again, they don't want they probably, and this is my thing, and they probably like, you know what, yo, we don't want Sam Orton to go to a competitor. We on the verge of something here. We got we accomplished a lot. We about to go into this AGI, and so now you just,
And they invested a lot of money.
Yeah, and they invest a lot of money.
Already, Microsoft has invested over $1 billion.
Yeah,
So,
and so they don't want to see.
they didn't want what happened to Twitter,
Yep.
now X, happening to
OpenAI.
to them, because I mean, if you have people key stakeholders or key players, especially somebody who actually was there from the beginning, being moved out, then of course he's created some loyalty amongst its employees. One of like one of them, one thing that I also noted about this gentleman is that he he uh, he's very charismatic. He's like your Obamas, your Nelson Mandelas of today.
Yeah, he speaks very well.
He's very charismatic. He's very well spoken, and so therefore highly respected by his employees. And they say they had written a consensus that if he's not rehired, they walk him out.
And then they're going to sort Microsoft. So everyone, 90% of the employees, like, yo, if y'all don't rehire this guy, we walking out. And so now, even as business owners, like, this the kind of leader you want to become, like that Malcolm X in the world. I like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, because they demanded so much. They had so much influence with the people who was following them. Where I go back to with Malcolm X. That even the chief of police noticed that Malcolm X has so much power, because he even said, "How can one man have so much power?" This is similar. How can one man have so much power? Because of that charisma, because he probably built a great relationship with his employees. And so, like, even if you're a business owner, and you probably had some experiences where you work on a job, you're like, man, I don't like working for this company because I don't like the CEO. You just there just to be there. You're not gonna go the extra mile for that job because you don't like maybe their culture. You don't like the CEO. You don't like what they're doing. And so, but you've been in a company like, yo, I go all out. You tell people about that organization. You spread the word. Why? Because you like the company. And so I see this in the same way. And the people, the developers that fired fired Sam Orton is the losers, because now, because he's back, they're going to reshuffle the board members.
No, the board is actually being under reshuffle right now.
Yeah,
And everybody who was against him, guess what?
they probably get fired. They probably
They
won't.
are getting fired.
They won't be on the board
There's
anymore.
only one remaining.
One member. Yeah,
board
one
member.
board member.
The rest are just new board members.
No,
So,
yeah. So yeah, and so this is the thing. This is a lesson to everyone who's starting a business, who starting a career. definitely want to be open, definitely want to build great relationships, definitely want to understand business. That's why I always preach, taking business classes, understanding business, because I guarantee these developers, they don't understand business, or they're not business
I'm
savvy.
sure they do. I think they just went too personal,
Yeah,
whatever.
emotional. They move
Because
on their emotion.
nobody wants to be transparent on exactly what happened.
Yes.
But I guess they just moved, like you said, through more
With their emotion.
emotions.
But even that, sometimes not everyone, even though they have a business, not everyone know business. Not everyone is business savvy, even though they're entrepreneur. Remember what I always talk about when I went to school, and my entrepreneur professor said the reason why most businesses fail is not because they didn't have no money, it's because they didn't know what to do next. They had the money, they had the success, but they didn't know what to do next. And so I see this situation like that, because they have the business, they smart people, they the developers, but because they probably not business, I don't know, I'm just speculating, this is my opinion, because they're not business savvy, they made a decision without thinking, or they made a decision with their emotions, and now the emotions that they made backfire. I understand. I feel their heart, because they wanted to move slow, and they feel like everything was moving too fast. They wanted to take their time in the development of OpenAI, of GPT, of the AGI, because because they want, because the vision is to 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 make things better for humanity, and they're like, what
I don't know though. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know what you guys say. You can just help us on the chat, on the comment section. What do you think? Do you think this AI thing is good for humanity,
yes,
or is it gonna bring more disastrous
more
things that
trouble.
we already see? People are losing their jobs. You know, this now we're gonna be speaking to computers.
Mm.
Computers are going to be writing our emails, and they're going to be responding to each other. It's going insane. It's
Mm.
really going insane. Me and myself and I, we are scared.
Yes,
And
yeah.
yeah, because the future looks very bleak. Yes, things may look like, things are going to be easier, but does easy mean better?
Yeah, yeah.
Does easy mean better?
That's easy, and this is the thing. And this is why it's very important that what we put into the data, because the robots, it can turn us. We've seen the movies. I don't want that situation where the robots turn on humanity.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna turn on us.
Yeah,
Trust
so
and believe. These robots are not to be trusted. Because remember, robots are inputting what they are outputting what we've inputted
what
in
we
there.
input, and so if the wrong people get into the, if it get into the
And it's
wrong
gonna get in
hands,
the wrong hands, especially with scammers being more and more advanced nowadays. They are ten steps ahead of us.
yeah,
They are. And if you think it's happening in third world countries only, you are bluffing yourself. This is happening everywhere, including the United States.
yeah,
So
but at the end of the day, we are in control of it, and this is why when you're using ChatGPT, if you see something, if it's not, if it, let's say if it do something wrong, you correct it, you chastise it, you say no, that's not the right way, and then you put the right data set into it, because we control it. But the thing is that this is very important. This is why I think prayer is key, because where this word is going to, with the robots,
we are in the end times for
we
sure.
are definitely in the end time. Sure, we are definitely in the end time. And
Very soon we're gonna be having pastors who are robots. Watch and see. Mark my words.
you never know.
Monday, 27th of November, I said it. I said we're gonna be having pastors who are robots on the pulpits. Watch and
But
see.
could you guys remember, ChatGPT can be a accountability partner. It can give you inspiration. People are actually using ChatGPT to counsel them. For real, they actually using ChatGPT
That's
to,
scary.
to counsel them. But again, going back, and we're gonna do this episode this week, this Friday, about the human connection, because you know the robot cannot replace the humans. And so you still need a human, because that empathy, that they can't feel what you can feel. So you still need a human. Yes, it's good. I mean, The way how they spit out,
Wow, I'm one of the
the,
negative
the way how they
people.
spit out the information, the way how you could get motivation from it is it's great. It's a great tool, but again, we don't want to abuse it, and we
It's gonna take over.
yes, and the thing is too, even with this situation, we want to when we in business, when we looking at the Black Friday deal, when we looking at Microsoft, when we looking at OpenAI, we learning the do's and don'ts, and you want to take each thing and like, what can I learn from that situation? You know what not to do when you start a business. This and that's what it's about. You know, you're like, okay, I don't want to be in that situation. So even like when you get money from people, you know, if they your biggest supporters, you know, then you really got to be careful because they can definitely probably take over your business or whatever. Because you know, so it's very important that you dot every I, cross every T. You know how they say it?
That as we close off, I just also want to say, be careful of the emails that are going around, because
Mhm.
right now it's the holiday season, and
Mhm.
holiday season means scammers are upping their
Yeah, they up in
game.
their game.
So just be careful. You're going to be getting text messages. You're going to be getting
Emails.
emails. Don't click on those things. Just delete, delete, delete. If the number that's appearing you don't know, don't open it. Just
Don't answer
delete,
it.
block and delete emails. Don't be pressing on no PDF files. Don't be pressing on no links that you don't know, because that's all they need. They just need you to open that thing or to press it. It's gone. Even answering calls of people that you don't know. Apparently now the new thing is that they are even um,
Tracing voice.
your voice, scripting your voice. And once they have the copy of your voice, they'll use that to make phone calls,
Yeah, because they
calling
could you
other
put it into
people.
the AI. They could put it
Yeah.
into the AI, and now the AI they could put it into the AI, and they could use your voice in the AI, and then transcribe it so that now they're using your voice when they call it somebody else.
So let's be careful.
Yeah,
Let's be
definitely.
vigilant.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. When you see all these different things that's coming up, like with even with OpenAI and Chat GPT and all types of AI, you know, these there's a lot of tools out there to help you with, you know, transcribing your videos to make everything easier. But guess what? It's also good people are using it, but bad people is using it as well.
Yeah.
So and so yes, we love it, we want it, we desire it, I like it, but I understand as well. Also, there's people out there that's not like me, that's not going to do right by the information. And so it's very important that we be smart in what we're doing. And more good people are putting good information in. That way, you know, we get more good out the our AI and ChatGPT. Yeah.
Yes, on that note, we want to say bye bye. Be on the lookout for
Yes.
our videos that are coming up.
Friday. Yes. Friday
Subscribe
episode.
if you haven't subscribed to our channel. Thank you so much for your support. We love you, and hasta la vista. Have a great
Yes.
week ahead. Bye bye.
Deuces. Peace.